Khadija Dare was a normal teenager. By all accounts, she was a bit of a tomboy who liked to watch football on TV and loved Chinese food. When she was older, she went to a local college to study media, film and psychology and was a popular young girl. Now, as a 22-year-old woman, she has shocked her old community in Lewisham, South London, after pleading to her Twitter followers for links to the recent Islamic State execution of a US journalist. She also proclaimed via her Twitter account that she wants to be the first UK woman to kill a UK or US terrorist. In 2010, Dare converted to Islam and began worshipping at the Lewisham Islamic Centre, which is allegedly linked to radical cleric Abu Hamza and Michael Adebolajo, the Woolwich killer of the Fusilier Lee Rigby. In 2012, Dare moved to Syria with her Swedish husband, Abu Bakr, who is a fighter with the Sunni jihad militia allied with Islamic State fighters. The British woman is already known for tweeting pictures of her toddler son posing with an AK-47 rifle and is often urging other Muslims to stop being so selfish by focusing on their families or studies. She also implores them to join her in Syria for the holy war. A spokesman for the Lewisham Islamic Centre said, "Had Dare sought advice before travelling to Syria, we would have dissuaded her, but then fully understand why young men and women are motivated to travel to Syria." When representatives of the centre were asked if it condemned the tweet, the mosque said it was outraged at being asked in the first place, describing these inquiries as loaded with Islamophobic assumption that Muslims by default condone such brutality. Of course, this indignation was not followed by a condemnation. A recent New York Times article written by Kimiko de Freitas Tamura exploded the issue of radical Islam in England as British authorities have redoubled an appeal to moderate Muslims to focus their efforts on intervention for those youths at risk of being radicalised. The government speculates that, due to the nation's involvement in the Iraq War, upwards of 500 young Muslim Brits have gone to fight with radical groups like IS in Syria and Iraq. The government is also monitoring social media in an effort to preempt radicalisation. A spokesperson for the religious extremism research organisation, the Quilliam Foundation, and former member of the government's counter-extremism task force, Haras Rafiq, said, "You don't go online looking to buy a pair of shoes and suddenly end up becoming a jihadi." The article makes particular note of the fact that radical imams often go unchallenged by the more moderate clerics, and that the tactics used to persuade disaffected young men to take up jihad are subtle and carefully passed. Noting that they are carefully watching mosques of particular concern, Greater Manchester Police Chief Constable Peter Fay said of the radical imams, "These people are not stupid and are pretty careful in terms of the way they stay just on the right side of the line." Boko-Haram has again begun attacking and seizing cities in northern Nigeria, and in a video issued by Abubakar Shekau has declared that it is operating under a caliphate. It is unclear whether this caliphate, an Islamic theocratic state led by a caliph who is considered a direct successor of the Prophet Muhammad, is the same caliphate declared earlier by Abu Bakr al-Baghdadi, the leader of IS in Syria and Iraq. Boko-Haram is a Sunni organisation, so a caliph would be elected as opposed to the Shia, who believe a caliph must be directly related to the Prophet's bloodline. In Nigeria, Boko Haram's most recent acquisition is the Nigerian community of Gwoza, with a population of 250,000 people. The Nigerian government denies the claim that Boko Haram controls the region. However, the government of Cameroon, which borders Gwoza, said that the Nigerian army abandoned the city to Boko Haram and fled across the border into Cameroonian territory. However, Nigeria rejects the claim and says that the military moved as part of a military strategy and accidentally found themselves on the Cameroon side of the border. According to a statement by Chris Olukolade of the Nigerian Defence Department, operations to secure that area from the activities of the bandits are still ongoing.